Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to show to you all El Diablo, the Devil. Or at the very least, that's what you'd be led to believe if you've been playing Marvel Rivals Ranked at all, especially if you play Jeff, because pretty much all of your teammates will be calling you a ELO terrorist and tell you to get out of their game. Ever since they reworked Jeff, people have not liked his new kit at all. A lot of people have said that Jeff is the definitive worst healer in the entire game. Now, truth be told, I've been playing a little bit of Jeff every now and then when I have to fill, when I'm forced to flex onto support, and I get aces pretty often. Not only that, but I have good healing numbers, I have great ult usage, and I feel like Jeff is a pretty strong character just as long as you are not fighting somebody like Black Panther. The one thing that I think is the most underrated for Jeff is his range. This character, from what I can tell, quite literally has infinite range. He can hit anybody from anywhere on the screen. And his damage isn't really that good, but when you combine this with the fact that you can also heal from this range, it makes Jeff a whole lot scarier of a character. I think that one of the greatest mistakes that Jeff players make is not playing as far back as you possibly can. This character, his angle or his beam widens the longer that it goes. So the further away that you are from your team, the more people you'll be able to heal with your healing beam. Like right over there, I can see the Ultron bots. I am actually able, if I get in the right angle, to heal these guys. I am genuinely able to throw my little splash through this hole and heal the one on the right. I unfortunately don't think I can hit the one on the left, but I can hit this Ultron bot on the right side from all the way over here, and the angle is so wide that I don't even have to really aim at him very much. It just hits him. The one thing that Jeff does have that makes him puts him a step above other healers is the fact that you can heal multiple people at once with just your basic fire. Other characters can do this, Ultron, Cloak and Dagger, but they have to use abilities to do so. You can pretty much just sit back and spam your healing with zero cooldown for as long as you want on Jeff. Another thing I don't see Jeff players do enough is, since you sit back here, since you want to be basically a sniper healer and be as far back from your team as possible, you don't want to just not use your bubbles, because your bubbles provide a really good amount of healing if you're able to hit the person that you're trying to heal. The only problem is that it's kind of hard to do that from a far range because the bubbles don't seem to travel that far. However, if you're able to angle them, the bubbles can travel really far. Like, you can pretty much cross map these bubbles if you get accurate with them. So realistically, if you're able to hit these bubbles every single time on the target that you want to hit, Jeff becomes a much scarier healer. I mean, if you have a team of people who can't really hit you because you're sitting in the backline, let's say they don't have a diver, you're pretty much going to win that game if you're playing well as Jeff, because there's no way for them to stop your immense healing. Not only will you be healing your team, but if you find the right angle, you'll also be able to slowly provide some damage over time to enemies. It's definitely not a lot. It's not like crazy Ultron level DPS. However, what it does do is it just adds a tiny bit more damage in DPS that is consistent to the team fight. They're going to have a consistent health drain thanks to you, which is kind of similar to a Hulk, just on a much lower scale. While Jeff definitely gets countered by divers, he can also deal with them a lot easier than some other healers can. Let's say, for example, Black Panther is diving me. I need to stop him from doing that. I can use these to get away because his little right clicks now have knockback. So what I can do is put a bubble down, give myself healing over time, and run away. And then when he's far away from me, I can use this thing. Once again, I'm low. I can bubble, get in my little shark resurface mode, and go right back to where I can hopefully hit him from farther away. Like, while Jeff does get countered by divers, if you get accurate with these moves, he can also counter divers pretty well. You just gotta be patient, and you've gotta understand your strengths as this character. You can also go for the easy method if you're getting dove by a Black Panther and just eat the guy, but I mean, I don't know. That could sometimes be a little bit of a waste of your ult. But that is why Jeff's absolute best playstyle is this sniper healer, where you want to sit as far as you can in the backline and find angles to where you can hit both your team and the enemy team at the same time. Because if a diver shows up, you can escape better than other healers except for Rocket. You do have decent options against getting rid of their dashes, and you can always come back with more healing no matter how far you are. You can be as far as you possibly can, and you can heal anybody and also damage anybody. This character is an absolute sniper. And finally, I think we should talk about Jeff the Shark's ultimate, because there are so many people who want to get these 6-man multi-kills, want to go for these crazy awesome Jeff plays, which they work in bronze, they work in like gold or super low metal elos. What you want to do with Jeff's ult, if you want the absolute most value out of it, is to wait for the other support's ulti. This ultimate is so good at catching supports because they don't have a lot of mobility, and if you wait for, let's say you wait for a Luna Snow ultimate, let's say you wait for a Invisible Woman ultimate, the second they use that, all you have to do is track those people down in your resurface mode. The second you find them, you can just ult them. And then immediately, you can bring them out of their ult, except for Luna Snow because she is obviously immune to CC. But you can just kill them, get rid of their ult completely, and hopefully get a couple other teammates on the way. Jeff is one of the best characters in the game at denying both points and ults. You just have to know when to use your ultimate. Your ultimate isn't this crazy 6-man kill machine. It's so easy to dodge in higher elos. Don't just send it out there whenever it's off cooldown. Wait to use it smartly. Treat it like a Magneto ult. Treat it like a counter to other people's ultimates. And if you do that, you will find a lot more success with Jeff the Shark's ult. All in all, this is the play style that you want to have for Jeff. You want to be in an area that seems secure, in an area that doesn't seem very in line of sight from the enemies. Shoot your bubbles as where your team is. That way they have somewhere to walk into if they're low on health. Make sure you have a bubble near you just in case you get Dove, and sit in that backline and be a heal bot. This character, like I said, is very good at just keeping your team topped off. A lot of times you will be able to just keep people at full health just because you're constantly spamming your beams. And if anyone gets close to you, remember, you have all these anti-dive tools. Let's say this is a Black Panther. He's coming up. Boom, boom, boom. That didn't kill him. He's coming after me. Now I just run after grabbing my bubble. I have so much health regen, and hopefully I can escape the fight. Overall synopsis of whether or not Jeff is a good character comes down to this. I think that Jeff is fantastic in lower elos. I think that Jeff really struggles in higher elos once you have Black Panthers or divers who will not be missing their shots. This character struggles a lot against Spider-Man, against Black Panther, against Iron Fist. And once you have people who know how to play those characters to a T, you're going to be in a very rough spot. So, if you're in the lower ranks, you're looking for a good healer, Jeff is the move, and I mean that, but you have to play him correctly. You cannot play him like every other healer. You must be in the backline. You must be smart with your bubbles, and you must be ready to get dove in and be ready to escape that at any point. Is Jeff bad? No. Is he Luna Snow? Is he Invisible Woman? Definitely not. But with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching another Big Flounder video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out, and thanks for watching.